Hey guys, welcome back to this place. If you are new, welcome here for the very first time. I'm Carmen, and today we are watching season 1, episode 6 of Lost. I am so excited. This is one of my favorite hours of the week, every single week. So far, I'm absolutely in love with the show. Absolutely here for the mystery, absolutely here for the characters and delving into them and the flashbacks and whatever is going on this weird ass island. So, last time we delved into Jack's past and his trauma with his father, his trauma with losing his father, which happened very shortly before the plane crashed, and now he is on this island. So, it's no wonder that he's going to be emotionally all over the place. And we also discovered a little bit of why he feels maybe not the best person to step up as leader. Again, the trauma with his father. We saw a bit of Boone and his struggle. I don't know if we're going to delve more, or when we're going to delve more into it. I know we obviously are going to delve more into it. But yeah, we now have 46 survivors. Started with 48. Not doing so great. Because it's only been like a week, did they say? Not even. I don't even think a full 7 days. I think I said it'd been like 4 or 5 days. Maybe 6. I think that is all that I really need to intro for you guys. So without any further rambling by me, let's just get into this episode and see whose story we get this time. Ooh, we're flashing. Are we gonna flash back to her? Oh, maybe not.
샴페인 드실래요?
She looks so pretty. Is he the waiter? Yeah.
샴페인 드세요.
I recognize his voice.
우리 아빠는?
손님 때문에 바빠.
Ooh, so this was like a forbidden relationship, maybe? They seem so much more affectionate here. I wonder, I'm sure the flashbacks will show us like what changed.
왜 그래요?
What the fuck is happening? Okay, you can't push a child, bro. Okay. You're taking it too far. Whatever you're freaking out about. Someone needs to come and stop this. Why is no one doing anything? Okay, thank goodness for you two. Oh, damn, that was a hard fucking tackle. Damn, Saeed. That was impressive. It looked real, too.
The handcuffs of the Sky Marshal! Now!
I kind of want them to become like friends, Sawyer and Saeed. I think it would be a cool like switch up, you know?
Don't move. Look, I was just gonna take you. Not move.
What?
What's going on?
Hornet's
Standing
nest?
on a beehive.
Oh, beehive.
What's a beehive doing there?
Beehives are supposed to be in trees.
What now? If he moves, you'll split the hive. I don't like bees, okay? I have an irrational fear of bees. I think I'm allergic to bees. Please be quiet. We need to get something to seal the
I
hive.
don't think it's an irrational fear.
He tried to kill Michael. We all saw it. The cuffs stay on until we know why.
It has to do with her. It has to, right? Like, he has no other reason to get upset. But I just don't understand.
너희 아버님이
He agreed.
허락하셨어.
뭐?
I want to be happy for them, but I want to understand what happened
아니
because
그럼 장난치지 마.
they don't seem happy now.
어떻게 된 거야?
1년 경영 수업도 받고 민영 공장에서 일하면 우리가 원하는 돈이 생길 거야.
So
아빠 밑에서 일할 거야?
for 2
오는
years.
거야. 잠깐뿐이야.
Is her dad a bad person? Okay, she seems happy. But not so much now. So what happened? Like, what are the between then and now? Still throw the thing on it. What the hell? Oh, they're gonna get separated, right? Keep running. Why stop? Why stop? Oh, that's a dead body?
Who is he? How did he get here?
Can't exactly perform an autopsy.
Right? How would he know?
Doesn't seem to be any major trauma to the bones.
Where would they come from?
Didn't you guys shoot a polar bear last week?
Yeah.
Where'd that come from?
Asking questions that are relevant.
Hello? Anybody there? Everyone all right?
What were those?
Someone left this.
It was full of bees.
I'd have thought of C's, actually. Sorry.
That's okay.
These are the people who were here before us.
Some of them.
You know, there could have been people here before us, right?
Clearly.
Because Locke doesn't know about
But who were these
the
men?
Actually,
transmission.
one of them's female.
Our very own Adam and Eve.
The little booty.
어때? 좋아?
It's cute as heck.
내가 사무실 가서 보내는 시간이 많으니까
I wonder if it's been more
걔라도
than 2
키우면
years.
어떨까 해서. 물론 네가 밥도 주고 뭐 훈련도 시켜야 되는데
Okay, why are you acting like her father instead of her
괜찮겠지?
fiance slash husband?
당신의 꽃 한 송이가 내 인생의 전부였을 때
I think she was happier then.
아버지는
That little doggo was asleep.
Carrying all this water back and forth is going to be a real pain in the ass.
Yeah, y'all need to
Making you regret volunteering.
y'all need to move your location to here.
These caves make too good a shelter just to be used for burial. Adam and Eve, they must have lived here.
Adam and Eve, so that's what they're gonna call them.
We don't need to bring the water to the people.
We need to bring the people to the water.
We need to bring the people to the water.
How does Jack know everything that he knows?
I think we could live here.
I wonder why she's upset by that.
She never talked about you.
You don't know anything about me, do you?
You don't know anything about me.
I know a lot about you.
Yeah?
Yeah,
When's my birthday?
August 24th.
Okay, that's
When's mine?
good. Well, he told you he didn't know.
Forget it. Come on, man.
It's not like he can psychically know if his mom didn't talk about you. What?
여보,
What's going on?
여보,
What
여보 왜 그래?
happened at the island inn now? I saw blood. I thought I saw blood.
일하고 왔어.
일하고 왔다고?
Yeah. Ah, her dad is a bad guy.
좀 해봐. 날 좀 닮아 무슨 아빠.
Oh!
다 우리를 위해서 하는 거야.
Okay, but like, do you think maybe she doesn't want that? Like, you're not doing it for y'all if, like, you know, half of y'all is not here for it. You know.
You following me?
Yes.
There's no need. I'm just going to the loo.
Is there something you want to tell me, Charlie? Drive shaft. You played bass.
Okay, so he does know who he is, sorry.
It's a shame what happened to the band. How long since you played?
What happened?
You'll see it again.
Oh, yeah?
Locke.
What makes you say that?
Because I have faith, Charlie.
Locke, sometimes you come across as very strange. I still like you. But, yeah.
It's about time. I am dying of
I
thirst.
feel like he has really nice hair. Sorry, random. It's like
I let
his
them
curls
sit
are
in the
really
sun
nice.
a while longer. Our best hope of survival isn't being spotted by a plane or a ship. And for that, we need to organize everyone to keep that signal fire burning while others scout the island for supplies. Digging in anywhere else is suicide.
It is the only source of fresh water we found, Saeed.
And staying on the beach in the sun without water. That's not suicide.
It is. But he still has hope. He still has hope of rescue.
I'm not going to admit defeat.
Yeah. That's the issue. I think that's her issue too, is they're still holding on to this shred of hope that they're gonna be able to get rescued. But if no one's looking for you, and this isn't a traveled route, which, you know, the 16-year repeated signal thing kind of indicates, it's not a very frequented route.
So,
I want to know his
what up
past.
with you and Kate? You guys gonna move into a cave together or what?
Sorry, am I in high school?
Kind
No,
of.
that wasn't a denial.
Yeah.
Get your stuff together.
Yeah.
We gotta get out of here soon.
It was not a denial.
Well.
I want them to be
Ain't
friends
the
too.
fella of all. So what's it like having both the Doctor and Captain Falafel fighting over you? Just call them how I see them, Freckles.
Freckles?
Truth be told,
Or Freckles?
I'm not the only one wondering where you're gonna weigh in on this whole moving off the beach thing. Are you going with the pessimists or staying here and waiting for the rescue folks?
Are you going?
Well, that's the real trick, isn't it? We all pack up stakes for the caves. Next day a plane passes by. They're gonna go on their merry way and be none the wiser.
I mean, they would still
On the other
see
hand,
a
stay here,
plane
eat
crash,
by boars, fall off a rock.
wouldn't they?
Not gonna be anyone around to answer that 911 call.
Still haven't answered my question.
You didn't answer mine. And I asked first.
He not lying.
레슨 받았어요? 공부는 했고요.
네.
What's happening?
당신 알죠? 당신 남편이나 당신 아버지가
She's trying to get away
당신을 찾기 위해서 무슨 일이든지 할 수 있다는 거.
by herself.
당신 남편이랑 다시 화해하는 건 어때요? 대답해봐요. 예?
제가 떠난 후에 우리 강아지 좀 부탁할게요.
But he obviously figures it out and comes with her or something.
I need to talk to you.
Her lessons, English. I was wondering.
You speak English?
Yes.
But she can't in front of her husband.
You speak English?
But she can't in front of her husband.
Why didn't you say anything?
My husband doesn't know.
Yeah.
Why would you learn English and not tell your
Because
husband?
she was trying to escape him.
It was the watch.
Your husband tried to murder me for a watch? I found this watch 2 days ago.
It belongs to my father. Protecting that watch is a question of honor.
You call trying to kill me in front of my kid honor?
You don't know my father.
Okay.
I need your help.
Okay. So it's just about the watch. Okay.
Just hand it to me.
The drugs.
You're gonna run out. My guess is sooner rather than later. Painful detox is inevitable.
Might as well do it now.
Give it up now, at least it'll be your choice.
Don't talk to me like you know something about me.
I know a lot more about pain than you think. I don't envy what you're facing, but I want to help.
Okay. I do.
Do you want your guitar?
I think he's a good guy. I think they both are, honestly. Charlie's just
more than your drug.
A little trouble.
More than you know.
What I know is that this island just might give you what you're looking for, but you have to give the island something.
Okay. The island is quite demanding, isn't it?
Look up, Charlie.
You're not gonna ask me to pray or something.
It's probably in a tree.
I want you to look up.
It's probably in a tree.
Kate, how did you get to be this way?
We haven't seen her background
Just what is
flashback
it that you
story
did?
yet. Oh, well, we did.
You had your chance to know.
We haven't seen all of it. Don't. His not wanting to know better not deprive the rest of us of finding out. That's all I gotta say.
If you need me, you know where to find me.
You know where to find me, too.
So, if it's not about hope of rescue with her,
You know, I know you can't understand a word. And normally I'm not the talking out loud type, but since I have a captive audience, I hope for your sake you pay attention. I'm not exactly having the best month of my life. I barely knew my son, and now I gotta be his daddy. And then to top it off, I have a deranged Korean guy trying to kill me, and for what? Look, I get it, right? It's the watch. Mine broke. I found this in the wreckage. And I figured, hey, why let a $20,000 watch go to waste? Which is ridiculous, since time doesn't matter on a damn island!
neither does $20,000. Oh, he broke the
Stay away
handcuffs,
from
though.
me. And my kid.
What if they need those handcuffs in the future, though? And now they're broken. Oh, he had a flower? So that's why she doesn't go. She's like, oh, there's still a part of him that is the man that I love in there. That sucks. Oh, more people than just them.
These are your friends.
So we've broken off into like 2 segments, maybe?
I had hoped I wouldn't cry, but lately teardrops seem a part of me.
I mean, she wore much less conservative stuff when they met, so it's interesting that now he wants her to be so conservative. Like, the dress was like...
Are you sure that this is where you want to be?
That was a really good episode. I really liked learning more about Sun, I believe her name is, and just how her and Daniel Day Kim came to be married, and where, like, how it started off so happy and then became so unhappy in all of the sort of moments that we've seen from the island so far. So it seems like her dad is a wealthy, powerful, bad man in Korea, and she wanted to run away with Daniel Day Kim's character, and unfortunately, maybe it, like, I don't know if it's a cultural thing, if it's an honor thing, if it's just who he is as a person, he didn't want to go that route, but he really wanted to do it like the proper way, or at least what he not assumes, but views as the proper way. So he asked her dad, and then her dad allowed him to be with her, even though it seems like their stations were quite different. And it seems like the dad leveraged that to get him to work for him, offering him the chance to provide for Sun in a way that he would feel that she would deserve to be provided for, and a lifestyle to which she was clearly already accustomed. So it kind of seems like that's what happened, and that Daniel Day Kim's character didn't realize the entirety of the business going in, maybe, or didn't realize the lengths to which he would have to go in order to continue working for the father. It also seems like something must have happened that maybe we just don't know about in those 2 years, because he said he was going to work for him for 2 years and then that was it. Yet it seems to me, based off the flashbacks, that it lasted longer than 2 years. So I can only assume maybe something happened in those 2 years that the father leveraged to get him to keep working for him. I feel bad for his character, because I think that he does seem like he has good in him, but his anger issues are something that are kind of scary, right? Like, he got so upset about the watch, which doesn't seem like that big a deal, but of course it's about honor, right? Which is what she was trying to explain to Michael. But he got so wrapped up in that he was gonna kill him. He was gonna kill somebody because of a watch, which I know it wasn't just a watch, right? There was a lot of significance to that watch and what it meant to him and to them. So, but there was that. He's gotten angry at her before and kind of snapped. He obviously got very angry when the washing with the blood situation was happening. Okay, I can't tell if like she slapped him just in retaliation to him pushing her, or if it looks like he just pushed her. I don't really condone violence, again, in a domestic relationship, whether it's the woman hitting the man hitting the woman, or if it's, same-sex couples hitting each other. Like, I don't like it. And I think if it ever reaches that point, then you should probably, one, seek therapy that is your reaction, or that you think that reaction is okay, and then also like maybe get out of the relationship that would cause you to react in such a way, because that's dangerous. And also, if you ever get hit, then it's just, obviously I think that people should understand that the person won't change and that you shouldn't accept that sort of behavior. But I also understand that there's a lot of nuance to abusive relationships, and walking away is not always an option. But I hope that everyone knows that you don't ever deserve to be treated in that way. This relationship between Sun and Daniel Day Kim's character does seem to be somewhat abusive, right? Like, not physically, well, except for the slap scene, but it does seem like emotionally abusive, right? But again, it's also confusing, because like, I don't know exactly like how either of them feel, because we haven't really like seen enough of them to like understand where he's coming from or where she's coming from. Like, we see that she, throughout their marriage, became disillusioned and sort of seemed to become unhappy with the situation they were in. She learned English. She was trying to leave. So obviously she was very much at like a breaking point. But then she hesitated. And I'm not sure exactly why she hesitated. The only thing I can assume, based off the little flower moment, is that she thinks like, oh, the person I love is still in there somewhere. I don't know. I don't know. I don't know how I feel about it. I don't know how I feel about them. I'm going to have to keep watching and learning more about these characters to sort of figure out, like, I feel like I would like them to be happy away from each other. But they're also on a tropical island stuck together and they can't get away from each other. I don't know. I would really like to see his character adapt and grow and change into a better version of himself, a less angry version. Yeah, and I'm curious to learn more about her because we really don't know very much, even with the flashback, like what her dad did, how she grew up, why she wanted to get away the first time, like when they were gonna elope, her hesitancy for him to join the family business or work for her dad. Obviously, it's like you can kind of see why she wouldn't want that later because it seems like bad stuff happened. But yeah, I don't know. I just need to know more about them. 2 bodies. Okay, so the 2 bodies that they found, which they named Adam and Eve, which is kind of funny. They were in like the cave, and people are now choosing, do they want to stay on the beach and sort of keep signaling for rescue, or do they want to go to the cave and sort of try to carve out some sort of life on the island? Now, I do think it would be tricky, and after only 8 days, it would be hard to give up hope for rescue. Of course, certain people have information that other people don't have, and I think with that information, it might be easier to sort of throw that notion away. I do think Jack is also quite a practical person, you know? He's a doctor. He comes from a family that seemed to not really prioritize emotion and like talking things out. They probably, it seems to me, prioritize, you know, being rational and doing, you know, things a certain way over feeling. And so I think that Jack probably doesn't lead with emotion. He just leads with like, this is what we need to do. This is how we need to do it. Although Jack was different than his family, but that can be a learned trait, you know? So yeah, I'm not sure which camp I would be in. I feel like I probably would not be ready to give up hope that wouldn't be the rest of my life. But I think it also would depend on my life and the situation I was leaving behind, right? Like if it's me living in the life I live in now, I would not want to give up hope because I would have people that I love, animals that I love as well, you know, to get back to, that I would want to not give up hope of seeing again, you know? Now, if I was somebody who was like mostly by myself or wasn't close with the people in my family, wasn't, you know, didn't have somebody that I loved that I was trying to get back to, I might be more inclined to be like, you know what, this is my life and I'm just gonna live it here now, I guess. So yeah, I don't know. It's interesting because Saeed wants to stay because he's not ready to give up hope of them leaving the island, even though he does know the truth. Or, you know, he has more information than the others, right? Like, I can't say the truth because it's not the truth that they'll never get rescued. It's just the likelihood, now that they got the message that French woman was waiting for 16 years. Now that they have that message, it's like the likelihood has significantly decreased, but it's not nothing. So, yeah, Saeed has that hope. Kate, I don't think has the hope that they're going to get rescued, but I think she also has a reluctance to allow herself to be close to people. And though we know a very small portion of her past, like how she came to Australia, that she was the one that was arrested, I think for murder, we really know nothing about why or how she came to be the way she was. because Jack said it wasn't important, and then we, the audience, didn't get to know. No, but I'm sure that will unfold, and we'll figure out more about her character and why she wants to be alone as the show goes on. But yeah, the way that I was taking it was that, well, initially I was like, oh, she has hope too. But after her conversation with Jack, I think that it is more of a hesitance to create a place that she could call home and people that she could call family, right? Like, she doesn't want to form connections and attachments, because I think that for her in the past, that's probably always led to heartbreak, pain. That's just my headcanon currently on 6 episodes in, so I could be way wrong about that. I also really enjoy the scenes with Locke and Charlie. I think Locke is a very interesting character, and he's very, like, just straightforward, and sometimes I don't know what to make of him, and he puts me, like, on edge in a way, but I also really, really like him, and I think that he wants what's best for people, and I think he's just trying to help people, and I really like Locke, you know. I also like Charlie. I think that, you know, he seems like he's probably had a rough life. He had a rough go of it. Even if he didn't have a rough life, there's something that is causing him to turn to drugs, right? Like, I think you can recreationally use drugs, and that's fine, you know. But I think that when it becomes a habit that you can't not do, then there's probably an underlying pain or hurt or trauma that you're trying to escape from, that you're not going to be able to through that drug, right? And so I'm curious about what that is for him. Like, what moment made him turn to that, and hopefully he'll be able to get away from it now on the island, you know? Yeah, because I really like him. I think that Charlie's a good person too. I think that I think he's had it rough, but I think that he's a good guy. I do think that something else I was going to say about Daniel Day Kim's character and son is that in the one scene, he was acting like her dad rather than her husband, right? And that he was like, do this, stop this, do it this way. Like, and it just was, it didn't feel like a relationship of two equals. It felt like a relationship where someone is higher in the food chain than the other person, and the other person, being son, has to listen to the person that's higher, right? Like, there's a power shift and a power dynamic. So instead of them being equals where they started, it's kind of like he's on top now and she's not. I wonder if he always had this anger issue, if this anger issue is a result of him working for her father. I'm curious if he'll be able to heal it on the island. Maybe they'll be able to work it out. Maybe she can teach him English. Although for her to teach him English, she would have to acknowledge to him that she knows English, which might be bad. I don't know. We'll see. I also think that it's really good that she does know English, and hopefully at some point he can learn English, because I was thinking, as, you know, they were having this debate and nobody, you know, I thought they couldn't understand what the people who were speaking English were saying, and people who are speaking English can't understand Korean. So I was like, I was just thinking how isolating it must be for them, which, I mean, it's still very isolating for him, you know, to have the like the worst thing that could happen to you, or one of the worst things that could happen to you, happen, and you also have no ability to communicate effectively with the only other people that understand the trauma that you just went through, because you're all connected, because you all went through it together. But you can't form a community when you can't understand the community and they can't understand you. Yeah, so I also think that that could be contributing to his anger issue in present day timeline, because yeah, like I said, it would just be really frustrating. And yeah, anyway, I think that's all that I have to say about the episode. I really liked it. I really like that we keep learning more about all these characters and we keep getting more stories about them. And I have a feeling that they might go the romance route with Sun and Michael, I believe his name is, Walt's dad. It just kind of feels that way. But maybe I'm just way reading into it. I don't know. Anyway, let me know what you think in the comments down below. As always, if you want, you can like and subscribe if you aren't already, because it really helps me out. And if you want, you can watch the next episode, episode 7, right now over on Patreon. If you're watching this on YouTube, that is linked in the description down below. Yeah. Oh, you can also watch my entire full-length reaction to this episode and every episode thus far of Lost. That is over on Patreon as well. Thank you guys so much for watching. I hope to see you next time for episode 7. Until then, bye guys.